Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story that blends art, history, and a touch of wild imagination. Our episode is titled Picasso Paints Cleopatra's Nose. It's a fictional tale that reimagines how the young, unknown Picasso might have taken his very first steps toward becoming the master of Cubism, not in Spain or France, but in the grand courts of ancient Egypt. You'll see how a single accident, a desperate moment, and a queen's unexpected vision changed the course of art forever, or so the legend goes. But here's the question. What if the secret to modern art wasn't born in Paris, but under the blazing sun of Egypt, with Cleopatra herself as the muse? Let's find out.
Under the blazing sun of ancient Egypt, Queen Cleopatra of the Ptolemaic dynasty was almost pathologically obsessed with the beauty of the perfect nose, just as much as she was with ruling her kingdom. Anyone who could capture her nose flawlessly on canvas earned the honor of becoming one of the royal painters. Those who failed, however, were thrown to the queen's fearsome guardian, the Sphinx, a monster with the body of a lion and the face of a woman. Picasso, a young apprentice relegated to menial chores in the royal painter's atelier, was constantly scolded for his supposed lack of talent. Whenever he tried to draw an apple, it came out warped and crooked. His master, the royal painter Pablo, was already buckling under enormous pressure. He had just completed a portrait for the queen, but the way he'd painted her nose filled him with dread. In the end, Pablo needed someone else to take the fall. "Picasso," he barked, "you have no gift for painting anyway, so run an errand instead. Take this portrait to Her Majesty at once, and whatever you do, don't you dare mess it up."
Misfortune struck Picasso relentlessly as he stepped through the palace gates, cloaked in darkness and dread. A fly began to buzz mockingly around the painting, refusing to leave him in peace. Desperate to catch it, he unrolled the scroll and tried to swat the insect, crumpling and tearing the portrait in the process. Fortunately, the queen's face wasn't completely ruined, but in that frantic moment, Picasso's hand, still smeared with the fly's blood, brushed against the canvas, leaving a dark stain on the queen's nose. "No, that nose is worth the queen's life," he gasped. Panicked, he tried to wipe the mark away, only to make the worst mistake imaginable. He erased the nose entirely. Horror washed over him as he imagined his fate, recalling the screams of past royal painters devoured by the Sphinx. Just as the soldier's footsteps closed in, Picasso's eyes caught a piece of charcoal streaked with red pigment lying on the floor. He grabbed it, his hands trembling, and began to redraw the lost nose. But, gripped by fear and desperation, his strokes grew erratic and uneven. Jagged red lines sprawled across the canvas, distorting the face beyond recognition. What emerged was strange, an image unlike any seen before, a fractured vision where the front, the side, and the twisted fragments of form blended into one. It was the accidental birth of Cubism. Trembling with fear, Picasso was dragged by the soldiers before Queen Cleopatra. At the queen's feet, the massive Sphinx waited with its jaws wide open, eager for the next artist to be devoured. Expecting to become the creature's next meal, Picasso unrolled the scroll. But then something completely unexpected happened. Cleopatra stared at the painting for a long moment. While all her court painters had chased only perfect curves and flawless symmetry, Picasso's work was shockingly different. Cleopatra spoke at last. "Pablo, not that dull, lifeless perfection, but a vivid nose that captures every angle and moment in time. You have seen the front, the side, and the truth beyond them all." Breaking free from the shackles of sterile perfectionism, Cleopatra was ecstatic. In Picasso's strange, fractured vision, she saw a new kind of truth, the essence of beauty itself. In a burst of delight, she proclaimed him the new royal painter. Thus, the humble apprentice Picasso was elevated to royal painter, while his former master, Pablo, suffered a stunning reversal of fate, becoming Picasso's assistant in his own atelier. From that day on, Picasso's heart burned with a new purpose, to shatter the mold of traditional beauty and capture the true essence of form from every possible perspective. This was the seed of a great artistic revolution, what the world would one day call Cubism. One day, the queen summoned Picasso with a sacred mission to restore the lost glory of Egypt, the nose of the great Sphinx at Giza, worn down by millennia of wind and sand. "Picasso," she commanded, "the Sphinx's nose is the eternal pride of Egypt. Breathe into it the breath of eternity, with that true form you have shown me." Picasso was overwhelmed. He realized that no traditional method could ever capture the Sphinx's immense soul. To carve a single perfect nose would be a lie, a betrayal of the creature's countless faces. Then, in a flash of enlightenment, he understood. Eternity cannot be seen from just one point of view. He ordered the royal stonemasons to carve the marble under his direction. The result was astonishing. The restored nose was not smooth or idealized. It was a bold geometric structure, intersecting with sharp planes and radiant facets. From the front, it rose like a grand pyramid. From the right, it curved like the mysterious beak of a bird. From the left, it stood like a solemn rectangular pillar. It could be seen from every direction, yet from none did it appear traditionally perfect. In that moment, Pablo Picasso was truly born, the master of Cubism, whose vision of eternity transcended time and space itself. Cleopatra smiled as she gazed upon the Sphinx's new form. "This is Egypt's true face," she declared, "a form that does not belong to one shape alone, but to all eras at once." Having fulfilled his royal duty, Picasso returned to his homeland, never forgetting the Cubist truth he had carved into the sands of Giza. There, on his canvases, he perfected that truth, breaking down and reassembling reality itself into shimmering fragments of perspective. And so, the world would forever remember him as Pablo Picasso, the master of Cubism, the man who transformed the course of Western art forever.